So we have sunrises. So you're right, the sun is setting behind us.
Yeah, this time of year kind of slides down a little bit, so you get better. It's starting to sneak back up now.
Yeah, it's on north. I don't know if you notice, but the sun has a track during the year. It doesn't always rise in the same place. It doesn't always set in the same place. And we just crossed the meridian, huh? Equinox is a couple days ago. Right. Vernal equinox. So if it was the old days without the lights and we were going by the stars, we'd be way more cognizant of those things that we've lost our way with, because of our artificialness with the light. So, computers. But that's how we get the Watt Computer Show across to folks, so we're not totally bummed out.
Yeah, and the great thing is on the computer right now, there's a picture of the overhead view of where we're at.
You are here.
No, Brother Matt had a buddy in an airplane. We flew over Point Fermin here, and kind of told you we were kind of near, but that's what that shot is. Brother Matt, it's probably unique. A lot of people don't have that shot.
Yeah.
You won't get that on the Google. Google.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer than the Google.
When I Google down the street, though, I see my car parked right in the driveway.
Is that true?
That is weird. The first time I
see
see
somebody out there,
yeah.
like,
Did you have wind today? We had massive wind.
Oh, big time wind. Yeah.
Yeah, today's Tuesday, which is a paddling day for me, but I heard the howling, and I knew it was going to be rough, so I got on the bike and I pedaled, and I even took an alternative route there because usually it's easterly, huh? That means I would be coming down Paseo and right around Korean Bell, they'd be whooping on me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went up Western, up 9th Street to Western. I came down to Royal Palms that way. And man, was it wild at Royal Palms.
Yeah, it's chopping hard.
The trees, the palm trees, like helicopter blades. It was intense. And what really digs on it? Seagulls, pelicans. Here at the Lighthouse Point Fermin, 200-foot cliffs, and that gale comes on it and puts an updraft, so they just come and they just pop up.
Wow.
Elevator. Straight up. So it was righteous looking at them have so much fun. Yeah, they were having a lot of fun. I mean, it's hard for them to let you know, but
yeah, because the wind's like kind of splashing.
The gulls kind of sing. The pelicans are quiet. They only have a song as a baby. So, ain't that a trip? So it's, but I could tell they were digging on it. That kind of permanent smile.
Little bird smiles.
Yeah, I was just coming up the 5 and I just saw a big Riley mess of dust. I mean, it looked like it was rain until you got right up to it and it was just trash.
You think it was having fun?
I don't think it was, I don't know.
Los Angeles shitstorm.
About that. Yeah, exactly. It was a shitstorm. It was more of a
So I played you on my show before.
You did?
Yeah.
And it was great. Thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, but you brought me some more music.
Yeah.
Now your band is called howardAmb.
That's correct.
And how many folks? Just you and Stefan?
Just me and Stefan. Stefan's the drummer and also plays a little bit of synths, and I am playing and singing everything else.
So do you do a lot of gigs or mainly making...
We tried to do gigs. We had a gig Sunday at Sacred Grounds, but we have so much gear.
You had a gig in Pedro.
We did. We had a gig in Pedro, and the guy, we brought in a gong, and I think that was questionable. And then the guy saw the 88-key keyboard and was just like, I don't know if you guys, I thought this was an acoustic act. And
it was Dave.
And
he's the boss.
And
it's a little coffee.
It is. We have no business playing.
You know what they say in vaudeville? No, you could play there, but you work the room.
Yeah.
That means, you downsize.
Yeah.
Like if you had a big dick, you folded.
But the good thing is Stefan's brother is in a band called the Tough Cats, who were on tour all the way here from Maine at the time. And so they got to play. So we just enjoyed watching them play, and they rocked as hard as we could have if we would have played. So
So your audience.
yeah, and it was great.
That's a good role.
So you said the main guys dug on Pedro, huh?
Oh man.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
they
good
loved
thing.
it.
Come on, thing.
Yeah, the Tough Cats sold $100 worth of merch to one couple. So they were happy, you know. They sold a lot of stuff, and they were stoked. And the show went. Those guys are phenomenal. You know, it was a great show. But
Pedro people who spent $100.
yeah, a couple. They wanted to adopt those guys.
They were
They
like
were Santa
Raiders.
Monica people.
And
Oh,
Jake,
they were Santa Monica people.
Jake, the drummer from Tough Cats, is the hugest Watt fan. That he was like, you know, he was trying to do a Watt spotting basically down there.
Sunday?
And yeah, and so just the shout out goes.
Sunday I was in coming back from Texas.
So
I
sorry,
took
Jake.
this South by Southwest. It was the second time I did that.
How
In fact,
was
the
it?
last show was done there. I did an interview with Steve Shelley right on this very aluminum purse. That's what we're using here. Because we'll get rid of that.
We had some technical difficulties.
Right now we got the aluminum purse, and that's what I used with Steve Shelley, and he did a spiel. He was great.
Cool.
And played some music. He played me a trippy thing where he was asked to be on a blues session. He didn't think Steve Shelley could play a blues shuffle. Real good though.
Wow.
Respect to Steve. They're going to China and Japan.
Wow.
And they told me they're going to do All Day Dream Nation this summer coming up in order. And
Nice.
maybe they call me up with the walkie-talkie leash on the stage so I can do prom dates.
That would be great.
I get the lyrics right. So, now howardAmb, how long have you had the band?
Are we over 2 years now?
I think just over.
Just over 2 years, maybe.
And whose brainchild was it?
I think it was pretty equal on both of our parts. Steph and I had worked on a soundtrack together, and he had a studio left over from a band that had broken up and an ex-girlfriend, and I had just been laid off from my new job at the time, which didn't last but a week, but we decided to start the band, and then once I got rehired and we had to pay for the studio, it just kind of kept itself going.
Okay, where'd you get the name?
The name is the name of a keyboard that I bought, that I had the bad habit of naming musical instruments, of, kind of like naming a ship or anything else. It was just something that I always did, and so it was the name of the keyboard for a while, so instead of using a name, I used that name, and then by the time Steph came in, I'd made a bunch of stickers that had gotten hung up, and so we had...
You mean you had the name of the band before?
Before we had the band, yeah,
I thought
exactly.
it was equal creation.
Well, musically, very
You always
much.
had the name, it was just waiting for a band.
Exactly. I was hanging up the stickers for probably 4 years before...
Oh yeah, you know about that? There used to be these things called flyer bands.
Yeah.
Like in Austin, the old punk scene. Like the Dicks and that. They never played gigs, you just put up
Exactly.
flyers.
That's pretty much what this is all about, yeah.
Hey, we're coming.
We're coming, exactly.
When you
And
done,
it's funny, there's a couple of sticker guys that have contacted me that were like, oh yeah, howardAmb's legendary. You know, I mean, you guys have been around LA forever. I've seen the stickers. But yeah, so by the time that this project was together, yeah, and it's weird. This is just kind of the fantasy project that I think the reason why we haven't played more gigs than we have is because we just it's kind of a strange band to pitch to people. You know, the guitarist and drummer is not really I guess it's more acceptable two-piece bands than it used to be, but we're kind of a strange act. I mean, the greatest thing about this first album was we got to record with Kramer, who I had been in contact with and I understand that you guys have never met face to face. He was just in town recently and was
No, I
like,
tried. I emailed him. I didn't get one back. He said he was in Long Beach.
Yeah.
He wants to do something with me in Japan and play with 2 drummers and 2 bass.
that would be wild.
Yeah.
Kramer's a
I
great
told
guy.
him, yeah, I've been a fan of his. I've done music for him. I gave him Walking the Cow for a Daniel Johnson
Yeah.
Yeah.
tribute. But this is a hard year for me because I got a lot of touring to do. But hopefully I can do that, I like trying to put myself in some strange situations and so I can learn. So he's probably got a lot he can teach me. So I'm working with Mr. Kramer now. Did he have anything to do with your recording? Did he produce it?
Yeah, he produced the record. And basically, I had written the guy since I was 16, sent him tapes of, I've written him since like 1986. And
Wow.
yeah, long time. Maximum Rock and Roll's days, that's where I found out about him.
Yeah.
And we had stayed in contact. He was supposed to record a band that